Peace. Come on in, come on in, come on in. The Dark Mother is here. Yes, the Dark Goddess is here. She has arrived, and I have a message to share. Get yourself ready. Take your time. Come on in. If you click on it, you don't know who I am, and you was just scrolling. You're just like, who the fuck is this? I'm Khamsin the Oracle. I'm a radical sacred rebel. Yeah, and I don't ever do what I'm supposed to do. I rarely follow rules unless they suit me and serve me. So I want to share a message with y'all just from my heart. I was trying to let everybody know that I'm on, but yeah, it's just too many messages to go through. So I could feel a tug on me today, and I was like, oh shit. I'm finna get in people's ass about something because I felt it this morning, and so I think this is gonna be something that we all are gonna need and be able to take with us and build on some energy, because the energy right now is dense, heavy, chaotic, high, which empathic people, it makes you feel tired. You like, and at night you get wired. In the day you're tired, at night you're wired. And so as the multi-dimensional parts of ourselves is being activated, this is what's happening to us. So peace to you, peace to you, peace to you. I have okay. That's enough people for me to get started. I don't want to make y'all dizzy. I got my situation right here. Hold on. Let me get this. My connection is not good. Y'all know Mercury is retrograde. So I'm really doing some really, really bold, brave shit after all of the issues and technical issues that we had with the webinar, with the last lecture that we did. Yeah, Mercury was just definitely reminding me that I'm Mercury. So we pushed through. We got it done. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Khamsin the Oracle. Welcome everyone who is here. Welcome everyone who is here with me. I want to call your names, right? Because names are important. Yes, please, peace, Black Bruja, peace. Yes, please, peace, Black Bruja, peace to you. UVD TV, peace to you as well. Peace and power, right? Jordan, peace to you. Jordan Shannon 03, peace to you. B Lotus, peace and freedom. I love it. Divine Sunflower 1111, peace, peace, family. The Junkyard Jedi podcast. What's up, family? What's up, David? What up? Oh, definitely. Mama Cam is here today. Peace to you, Bradley. You need to be with. Okay, Bradley, I feel you. I feel you. All right. Peace to you. Peace, SRJP. Yes, the great. Peace to you. Power. Blue Lotus. Yes. Love. Shining Star. Beautiful name. Peace to you. Happy to be here and see you all here. Yes, yes, yes. Don't it feel good to be among people? Yeah. You slept for 3 hours after working out earlier? Bradley, that sounds fucking awesome and incredible. I'm working out more of my connecting with my higher chakras and balancing my lower chakras so that I can bring these messages to y'all. So yeah, I haven't gotten to work out. So it's nice that you did, but it's also nice that you're like, yeah, it's been emotional. I've been crying since I woke up. What the fuck is happening? Yes, that's why I'm here. Peace to you, Troy. Yes, we have to push through. Peace to you, Shayana. Yes, 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 absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, we're getting the Zoom ready. Miss April, peace and blessings to you, sis. We're getting it ready. It took Ernest a lot of hours to process a file so large. I think we went on maybe a little bit over 3 hours. So it's so much information, to be honest with you. You know how we watch lectures, you know, that Bobby Hemmett did and Delbert Blair, and like they still resonate, and you go back and you watch it and it resonates in a new way. Like that lecture, really every lecture we've done, it had that feeling, and I don't even want to do it unless I feel like it's something that's gonna have a lasting effect. So yeah, it was beautiful, and we're getting it ready so that y'all can catch the replays. Peace to you, Troy. You're the real one. Oh boy, being authentic though, you know, it's something. That's why I'm on here. We're gonna get into that. Yes, we're gonna get into that. What up, Fitness Alchemist? Peace to you, brother. Peace and love. Yes. Oh, I definitely understand. No, Brad, I ain't laughing. That's you're you know, when I go through heart chakra activations, I am more emotional, and I'm more prone to crying. I go up and down, you know, and I wanted to share this message with y'all because I feel like all of us here maybe are feeling these energies and, you know, wanting to be grounded, right? But how? Where do you begin? Peace to you, Amina. Yes, peace to you. That's what's up, Fitness Alchemist. It's beautiful. You go do a fitness show April 8th. That's beautiful. Great time in Fitness Alchemist. Check the astrology on that and kill that shit, right? I expect everybody to kill whatever they're doing. Like, kill it. Kill it. Kill it and heal it. Resurrect that shit. Transmute. Yes, so I'm here. Oh, I missed somebody. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Peace to you. Greetings. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. So, we have been lied to. We have been lied to for a very long time. We've been lied to. Damn. We've been lied to. So before I get into this message, because it threw me off, and I realized I needed to be grounded. So if we could just breathe together, calm, and get anchored, you know, let's do that together. If you can, if you're driving or operating machinery, just come back later when you get a chance. But I just want us to anchor ourselves into Mama Earth before I get into this conversation. Because this is not one of those conversations. It's really, yeah, it's an activation, it's a channeled message, it's all of that, and it's either going to inspire you or irritate you to the point where it finally inspires you. Sometimes inspiration comes in the form of irritation, and that's how it begins, and that's okay. So if you would take a deep breath, I do this with all of my readings as well, and I do this for myself. So when you breathe in this deep breath, I want you to fill your belly with the breath, and when you exhale, I want you to exhale and release anything that is not serving you. Think it in your mind, right? Anything that's not serving you, I'm releasing that. I want you to look up to the third eye. You know, whenever I close my eyes, y'all know I be looking at my third eye. My eyes just be like, that's how I channel. It looks weird, but you know it is what it is. I'm a motherfucking weirdo. So yes, if you want to, we've been talking about Kali Ma so much. She is my primordial mother that is teaching me and giving me so much wisdom and helping me to heal and getting on my ass. Oh my God, like she loved real hard. She loved hard, and she give you the truth. And I feel like a lot of us are suffering because we're craving truth, okay? So before we begin, I want us to get grounded, but if you would like to do the mudra for Kali, this is the mudra for Kali. Cross your left thumb over your right thumb. And typically if you hold this for 10 minutes, you feel more benefits from it than if you hold it for just a few minutes or whatever. So I sometimes just sit like this with this mudra and just breathe. And so what this energy does with this mudra is it aligns you with the energy of Kali. And the sound, the seed mantra sound for Kali is cream. So you could cream instead of Om, you could cream. And this just activates the protective energy of the divine feminine energy. And Mama Earth is a dark goddess, you know? She's a dark goddess. And so maybe I need to explain what that means before I get into this message, and why that's something that I was so drawn to as a solution. So yes, let's do that. And I'm going to call for a sacred space for our ancestors and guides to hold this space for us. I won't be able to be on long with you guys because we have so much we're getting ready to do. I'm going to make announcements after this, and then we're going to keep it moving. I do this every week for Patreon, whether it's a channel message, a tarot card reading, or whatever. So, like, if you want more of this and you want to be able to get this like every week consistently, go to Patreon. The link is always in the description. All right. So, first deep breath. If there's a color that feels like love to you, or a color that makes you feel happy, or a color that soothes you, visualize that color. And the war on consciousness is against the pineal gland, right? Because that is our access against a lot of things, but that's one of the main things right now with this Decepticon stuff going around. I broke that down in war on consciousness too, and I went through so many different spiritual systems to gather an understanding as to what is going on and what's happening. Okay, here we go. Looking up at your third eye. Deep breath in, fill your belly with love. Inhale. Hold it in your belly. Release everything that doesn't serve you. Exhale. Make some noise with it. Move whatever it feels like your body is needing to do. Deep breath in again. Hold it. Exhale. Deep breath in again. Hold it. Exhale. Mama Earth, we call you forward. We thank you and honor you for giving us another day to have this experience, this thing called life, to experience this. We do not have to think about whether or not we are rotating, whether or not we are still in the solar system position in a way that life can continue. Like, you take care of so much. You take care of that for us, and we thank you. We anchor ourselves with you, with your energy, the Schumann resonance in our heart, that it is in alignment, that there is heart-brain coherence with you, that you ground us and anchor us, that you receive our energy as roots going down into the core of Mother Earth, to be received by you, to be wrapped with crystals, quartz crystals, amplify our energy, smoky quartz, to clear us of negativity. We honor you and thank you, for it is all of the blessings, the treasures that come from you. We thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for death. Thank you for rebirth. Thank you for truth. Thank you for your tenacity. Thank you for your resilience. We call forth our higher selves to stand in this space with us, that we are attempting to heal so that we can be the best version of ourselves. We call forth all ancestors for our highest honor, those that have ascended to higher levels of consciousness, that you stand in this space with us. All spirit guides, stand in this space with us. This conversation is a sacred conversation. This conversation will not be a communication of something that is harmful, but communication of what can be healing. For those of us here, Ashe, 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 Ashe. Yeah, how y'all feel? I felt like I was kind of floating in the air at first. I'm present, I'm here, right? The power is in being able to be present, right? Yeah. I don't know why that was emotional for me, doing that. I felt like that's something I should have been doing. Before I get started, first I want to say thank y'all for y'all donations. You know who you are. Like, there are certain people who keep this business alive. You know who you are. We appreciate you. And we know that you are receiving, right, for what you are giving. So thank you, and we appreciate that. I woke up this morning, and it's so many things happening that I want to talk about, and I can't fully talk about it with y'all right now, but it's coming. But know that as we are on our healing journey, we are always seeking to see how we can share this healing with others. So today, when I woke up, it was really difficult today, energetically, just to get going. I talked about this in World Consciousness Part 2. As crazy as it may sound, but there is a specific form of plasma that is being used on this planet right now, and what this plasma does is it basically amplifies, right, whatever experience you're having in that moment that's unpleasant. It amplifies it. And I know that those of you who are sensitive to energy, you can feel this. And so as they are doing this, we're dealing with our personal shadows. I talk about this so much. So everything that I do, I want to be able to give power back to the people who have incarnated on this planet in this time, just as I have, to be able to heal and also to be able to share that healing with others. So yes, so I want to thank you, because we wouldn't even be able to be to this point without you. You are so important to us. And it's crazy because we don't send emails out every day and like, yo, did you miss out on the last email? Not knocking people who do that, because I think it's fucking incredible that they can do it, but like I'm working on myself so much and going within so much, I don't even see how they do it all, you know. So the energy that I was feeling this morning was that, you know, yes, all of this is going on, the spiritual warfare is going on, but humanity is being forced to grow up. You are being forced to evolve. And I was like, okay, I get that. And then, because I'm doing some rituals and ceremonies to assist me for the things that I'm putting together for y'all, right? Excuse me. I always start burping. Sometimes when my throat chakra is just really getting going, I start burping a lot. No, don't excuse me. Fuck that. I can burp if I want to. Yes. So these are the things we've been lied to. What have we been lied to about? We have been lied to about everything, right? We've been lied to about how it is okay to be if you are woke. It's the thing, like we got this thing as humans, and we love to take our belief system and turn it into a fucking law, right? And so like the government is just doing the same shit we do, maybe on a smaller scale. Like, are you behaving like the government right now, you know, on a smaller scale? Are you trying to make people believe and see things the way you believe and see them? Or are you focused on just going within and working on yourself and finding out, what do I really believe about myself? What do I really believe about my purpose? Why am I here? This is where we should be putting our focus. World Consciousness Part 1 and 2, I went into some of those patents and things that are being used that manipulate the brain frequencies. So yes, all this is happening, but it still doesn't mean that you're a victim, you know, and nor does it mean that the people who are in position to rule what we call this world economy, you know, nobody has all the power. Nobody is untouchable, like none of that. And the way that I'm feeling and seeing this is that everything is changing really quickly, depending on what each of us are doing individually, working on our own selves. So if you needed confirmation that working on yourself is the way, like that's the motherfucking way. If you got kids in the room, I cuss a lot. So if you knew and they just heard that, my bad. You know, everybody raise their children different. So you can take them out the room or put some headphones on. So, but how the fuck, I'm finna tell you how fucked up it is. The reason why a lot of us struggle with poverty, lack of confidence, not feeling enough, not ever feeling good enough, not feeling like our project is good enough to put out there, not feeling like our dream is good enough to invest in, not feeling like, not feeling like we can even trust. Like after you feel like you can't trust your own mama or daddy and you start learning this stuff, sometimes you stop trusting the universal laws and you stop trusting the fact that everything is working out for you. You stop trusting the fact that your higher self is always doing what is going to be in the highest benefit for you, even if that being you don't get to do something that you want to do. Maybe it was going to be something that was going to be detrimental like way down the line. So we have to remind ourselves of this, because the warfare that we in is invisible, so you can't see the things that is impressing these thoughts inside of your mind. And so you just have to, you prepare yourself and you get used to saying, okay, that's not mine. That's not my thought. That's not my emotion. And even if it is coming from me, right? I don't have to marinate in it. I can observe it, journal it, work it out, whatever you need to do, and then move on. But the mycoplasm is what it's called. And so that's being dropped on us with all other chemicals, and it makes it more difficult to do this thing. And so I was talking to my guys and I'm like, why is it so difficult for us to do what we should do? And it's like, because you all have to detox years and years and generations and ages and eons and centuries of bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit, like if your body isn't perfect, right? You're not beautiful, you're not worthy. So you might not even post pictures of yourself because you're concerned with how people are going to feel about your body type or your size or whatever. Like that's bullshit. Like this body is a vehicle to hold a soul for us to have this experience. Yet we seem like a lot of us feel this invisible voice that's always telling us what we can't do and who we can't be, and we're not good enough. Like, what the fuck is that, right? No matter how good you get at something, there's always something else barking at you. And so it's the energy that we are in, because we're being forced to grow up. We're being forced to learn how to grow food. We're being forced to learn how to use herbs for healing. We're being forced, and I'm using the word force intentionally because that's what I feel like it is. I feel like we needed to be pushed out of the eagle's nest. And so as you are falling, do not forget that the mama that pushed you out of the nest knew that she had given you wings, but you needed to learn how to use them. So the chaos that is unfolding, the conflict that is happening, we're learning how to use our wings. So yes, you're falling. Yes, you're going to fail. But even if you hit rock bottom, then you become the motherfucking phoenix that rises from the ashes. And there are things that you can do to support you in your spiritual awakening to do this. And I feel like most of us, from reading your polls, that you filled out the survey. If you don't know what we're talking about, you can fill out a survey. We put the survey out so that we can figure out exactly how we can target your specific spiritual needs. So we have all of this going on, and it's so many people, making videos and courses and books and lectures, and it actually makes it feel overwhelming, especially to those of us who are sensitive to energy. It's overwhelming. And then you feel like you found a solution, you try it out, and you don't stick with it, and then you feel bad about not sticking with it. But maybe the solution that you found was something that was more advanced and it was beyond where you are. And so the course that you took, or the video that you watched, or the book, or whatever advice it was, maybe it was something that just wasn't a good fit for you. So this is the challenge that I've been having with making this course, and I wanted to be able to fit everybody, and that's been challenging, and I have to make sure that I'm taking care of myself. I have to make sure that I'm taking care of my health in the meanwhile. But because I'm a workaholic, that's a challenge, so I'm working on that. But I want to be real with you about the things that I deal with and struggle with, so that you don't feel less than, because there is this thing going on with this energy that we're in, and with our own cells, right? When they crank CERN up, right? the dark matter within you get cranked up too, and it's responding. So even if you don't know what's going on, this is the quantum field, that we experience this on an energetic level. And so it releases all of this fucking dark matter inside of you. And now you got all of this trauma that you've become aware of. And maybe you're dreaming about stuff, memories coming back. I mean, you know, we're doing shadow work as a collective. As for those of us who desire to be on a new earth, we're having to do this. For those of us who are creating our own heaven, we're having to do this work. And even if you're not putting yourself in position to do the work, to bring order to the chaos, you're still being pushed in it. You're still being forced in it. And so I want you all to know that Omicron, look at the name. I broke it down. And I promise you, I watched probably 15 videos and interacted with 10 people who were just like, you speaking the truth. This is what I'm going through. I got vaccinated and this happened. I got vaccinated and now can't visualize. I mean, everything. And so I've been talking about this since 2006 based on my dreams and visions. And so, but now, fast forward to now, I know that it is a mission to get people ready, right? So that you feel better prepared, so that you have your spiritual toolbox, your spiritual artillery, right? Whenever you need to, you already have a system that you're using for yourself to get more in the flow and become your authentic self. Everything is bullshit. Kali Ma was just like, it's bullshit. Everything, that's bullshit. And I was like, okay, what about the dark stuff? Everything is bullshit, what you have been taught. I was like, what do you mean? Okay, so I was just like, okay, just teach me throughout the day to day. Take it easy on me. Because, you know, my mentor is just like, Khamsin, you work too much. You do too much. You tap into the collective too much. Pull your energy back so you can heal and rest, right? I know I need to do that, but I'm going to do this for y'all for right now because I felt compelled to. And this is I you know, I have to honor my heart. And this is what my heart told me to do. My heart told me to give a bunch of free information and empower people to deal with whatever they're dealing with. And so that's what I'm doing. So, you know, with that being said, I'm riding down the street today. You know, when you work with these energies, is that something y'all want to learn how to do? Like, do y'all feel like y'all pretty solid on it? Or do you feel like you would like to hear me share with how I connect with different energies and deities and how I work with them? If it is, can you drop something in the chat for me and let me know? Yes, B Lotus. We're definitely feeling some similar things. Yeah. Perfect. Ernest said it's going to be available, y'all, tomorrow. You'll be able to access it through the website. Okay. Okay, you're open? Okay. Now, let me say this before I say anything else. Right? The real reason why we are not feeling as if we're seeing results from the work that we're doing is because of bullshit. You guessed it. It's because of bullshit. We bullshit ourselves out of the beautiful things that are in works for us because you know that you got to step out of your comfort zone. You know that you got to do something different to get a different outcome. If you keep doing the exact same thing, expecting to get results, then that is literally the definition of insanity. And so society has engineered us to be insane. Society has engineered us to view people who are not insane as crazy, as a weirdo, strange, right? When you find your authentic self, right, is something always wrong with you. Somebody go always make sure to let you know. This is the archonic simulated energy that we're experiencing, but you don't have to you don't have to be in agreement with that, right? You don't have to be. And so you take your power back when you start saying, you know what, that's on me. That's on me. You actually take your power back when you don't look for nothing or nobody to blame and just say, that's on me. I'm a common denominator in the things that I'm conjuring into my life. That's on me. Then once you accept the fact that it's on you, we talk about the triple A's, the A team that we teach about. Then you begin going through the process because first you got to become aware of yourself. Like, we've been so brainwashed, we're afraid to do these things. You want to do it, you feel it, but you also feel the fear to the point that it paralyzes you and you just don't go through with doing the things that you know. You may not know for sure, but even the things that you feel like may benefit you, you don't even get an opportunity to trust your higher self with something because you won't do no new shit. So we've been lied to. People make it seem like what I'm doing is not beneficial, is harmful, is insidious. Oh, I've had people like, yeah, well, you know, I'm really not feeling your messages anymore because you keep talking about transformation and the darkness and dark goddess energy, divine feminine, primordial energy, chaos beings. I'm like, that's what we are. The only reason the matrix is still floating like it is in 3D is because we're upholding the illusion by allowing ourselves to be limited, by allowing society to tell us how we should feel about our journey. My journey, not nobody else's, no, but my journey has a lot of keys and a lot of codes. I know who I am. And you have to remind yourself, even if you don't fully know who you are, because we haven't even been allowed to get to know our authentic self. We have repressed so many parts of us that right now we're just like broken glass. And you know that you want to be whole, but you don't know how to get there. I'm telling y'all, it's because y'all are not taking intuitively led risk to be uncomfortable. Every day you should do something that makes you uncomfortable, at least one thing that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you feel fear, because then you're able to build up your emotional resilience. You're able to build up your mental resilience. This is why the universe is allowing this to happen. Why in the hell is most of the food and supplies just sitting in boats right outside the coast, just sitting there? Why is that? That's happening because we must learn how to take care of ourselves. We must learn how to be sovereign. So some of us are probably learning how to grow food. Some of us are probably practicing getting better at cooking healthier meals. I know that's what I'm doing. Some of us are taking baby steps and like, let me just get some plants, and if I can keep them alive for a little while, then we'll upgrade and I'll start growing tomatoes. Like, we're all playing a role in everything that is happening. And it blows my mind that nobody talks about this. And so I want to call out all of the shit that I feel like is toxic and is masquerading itself as if it's something to help people, and it's not. It is not. Anything that does not allow a human being to experience what it feels it needs to experience to be whole, is something wrong with that. Like, it's not about right and wrong anymore. When you get to this level of consciousness, you don't see good and evil and right or wrong. Your ability to see in a more primary way. So your perception, right? Your perception becomes clearer where you can see things as they are. And so what happens is you begin to say, oh my goodness, women have been demonized. Maybe that's connected to the dark goddesses. That's how it started for me. And as I was connecting with these energies, they was just like, y'all not growing. Because how the hell do you grow without being planted in darkness? Everybody want to live in fucking light and to grow in light. That shit is like a LED light. It's artificial light. It's false light. That's why people not getting results. And so people come after they spend thousands of dollars get a reading with me and like, damn, you gave me more in one reading than I got with this person, and I've been working with them for a long time. Why is that? All of this is connected to the heart integrity, the work that you are really doing. And so I'm here to upset people with love. I lovingly upset people's beliefs, because you cannot have wisdom until you first become a fool. And in order to do that, you have to even be able to sit with somebody who's teaching something that challenges your beliefs. So for me, I went to find people who taught about things that I felt like was harmful because of my programming, and I didn't even realize how programmed I was until I started deprogramming myself. Let me tell you, like, we are all, everybody here is a fucking liar, including me, right? We all lie. And it's not because we're bad people. It is because we grew up in a world where being honest sometimes could get you whooped, beat, murdered, abandoned, and rejected and abused. So we lie to protect the self. And when you have a pandemic that most of us here know that this was a plan, and when it starts to happen, I mean, it is overwhelming. And you will lie all day long and say that you're okay and you're good every time. You're good, you're all right. Yeah, I'm good, I'm great. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good, because the fucking toxic positivity has just anchored itself, and everybody just got to be good and great all the time. Like, people can't even be their true self no more. Like, damn, it's crazy. We shouldn't even be making videos. We got videos that people make about their depression, and then you got people in the comments and like, you shouldn't be depressed. If you need to eat alkaline and then your depression and go away. And I just be reading this shit, and I'm like, this is not cookie cutter. There are some things that are, but most things are not. And so we're getting a lot of advice and a lot of knowledge, but it's not really benefiting us, and it makes you more unstable because you feel less connected to your higher self. So this is Kali Ma has been teaching me this. Even Lilith has been expressing to me, like, y'all, the reason why y'all so damn sick is because you don't practice healthy, sacred sexuality. I was like, that's the root cause of a lot of sickness. She was like, yeah, that's the root cause. I was like, damn, why you just not telling me this? I've been working with you for how long? And she was just like, you weren't ready to hear it. You weren't ready to hear it, you know? And so if you got sexual trauma and you're trying to implement a lot of the other spiritual practices, yes, you're gonna feel wobbly. You're not gonna feel like you got clarity. You're not gonna feel like you know who the fuck you are, because you still have the imprint from the trauma that's interfering with whatever it is that you're doing now that you know is beneficial for you. So that's one thing, and I'm trying to put courses together for all of these things, and it is taking so long, and I'm putting more hours in the day into it than I'm making money to do. So I think that I'm going to pull away from that. If this is resonating, if you really want to get liberated and really want to get free from the shame and from the pain and from the things that have been binding you, everything that I have done up to this point, that was the purpose, but everything that I'm doing from this point forward is beast mode shit. It's time. I'm in feline energy pretty much every day now, because this is the energy I must anchor. It is time. Everybody in this world who make it seem like there's this darkness, on the planet, and it's just it's negative and bad. But how do you ground yourself with Mama Earth, right? It's negative on the realm of polarity. So it's not about good and bad, it's about what's beneficial. And because I was sexually abused, that was one of the main things that I knew I needed to work on. And I was trying to do it with the love and light. And I worked with Michael and me and Gabriel. I've had dope ass interactions with these energies and learned things, but they got a beast mode side. I was just like, y'all ain't even all light. And they was just like, yeah, that's one of the lies, So as long as you're trying to exist as one thing and you're denying a huge part of your makeup, nothing is not ever gonna really give you the benefit that it could. So these are some of the reasons I'm just troubleshooting for the collective, what's going on, why we're not connecting, why we're not, I say conjuring, but some would say manifesting. But that word again is just attached to, some people are very good at putting products together and putting them out, but I don't know if they really even doing the work. I'm gonna be real. So I'm trying to distance myself from certain things like that, because I know I'm not for everybody. And I know most people can't handle the way that I express these truths, but I express them this way because I'm mad as a motherfucker to just look at like society. Like, can't nobody be who the fuck they want to be. You feel like you're gonna go through something. I mean, even your own family, even your own relatives will stop fucking with you. Let somebody see you watching me. Is she be talking about them dark goddesses and stuff? Oh Lord. And it's okay, because I need you to know that you're not going to be able to take everybody with you where you're going. And so when you start entering to your own darkness on purpose, that's a whole other level of healing. Everybody talking about self-love, and I'm like, but if you love in light, that's not self-love, because to love yourself, you must be able to embrace the negative, what you have perceived to be the negative things about you. So I don't know that many people that's really on a journey of self-love. If you're not embracing darkness, I just, what? A baby is created in darkness. How are you creating love? Love is the energy of creation. So for me, darkness is love energy. So, now, and I'm saying this, and I know that I'm speaking probably 5 to 10 years ahead of where most people are and will be. So no matter when you find this video, this is definitely going to activate and get something churning in you. But we got to stop only listening to people that's telling us what we are comfortable with hearing, right? Intentionally just see how you feeling when you hear shit and read stuff, and just you can get to know yourself better and be like, okay, when somebody is really speaking truth, that shit go irk you. If you ever been baptized, some of the conversations that I have is gonna irk you. You have to realize that we made unconscious soul contracts. We didn't know anything about our higher self, egregores, our wounded inner child, our chakras, making contracts, right? We didn't know anything about pacts, Faustian pacts. Like, we didn't know anything about certain occult things. And so our parents led us into being in bondage, right? But they didn't know. They thought they were leading us to freedom and liberation. So in one generation after the other, we have done this to each other. We have constantly led people into, and every people will make you feel like when you really start being dark. See, I became the dark goddess because I got sick of people fucking with me and fucking with people I care about. And I realized, wait a minute, I've been doing this shit wrong. I've been trying to put her up. See, I've always been a dark goddess and have always known that. But I've been trying to put her up, but my higher self is like, Khamsin, what are you doing? Do you not see what's happening in the world? Like, you're trying to tiptoe around like sheep with fucking gravy poured on top of you to be devoured by all of the energies that have been used to oppress you. Just talk about a wake-up call. So I was like, I can't be the cute sheep anymore. Just through life? No, bitch, no. Do you not see what's happening in the world? So I was like, so do they mean I be mean and hurt people? And that's how they responded to me. Like, so I've been being deprogrammed, right? Deprogrammed. We live in a society where if a woman embraces her body, if I was to strip down right now, y'all would probably see videos about me, how this spiritual teacher then did this, and this is the last thing that we need, and our little girls are already being sexually exploited. It's like the messages are so opposite of the truth. So the things that are sacred, they were rebranded by the people that rule over the masses for you to stay away from it, right? So what we're going to be doing to assist with this, and we don't expect, because we only had like a lot of y'all not showing up for the events, so you might be missing out. That's why I'm doing this too, because let me tell you, if anything that I talked about today resonated with you, this is your opportunity so that when we come out of this wormhole on the 29th, this is an opportunity for you to plant a seed to move yourself in a direction that you know you need to go. But I get it. It's scary because it's uncharted territory. Everything that I was taught, most things that I was taught to be ashamed of, I'm fucking proud of now. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. I can pull out my rolls and whatever. My weight fluctuates. I'm proud of it. I'm like, look at this beautiful shit right here. Do you see this? You know, I'm proud of it because I've been deprogrammed, and so I see things for what they are. So when y'all get readings with me, a lot of times y'all be feeling like you just the most decrepit, worst human in the world, and I see the most beautiful fucking being I ever seen. I'm just like energetic. I'm looking at you like, oh my gosh, you're so fucking beautiful, and nobody never told you, you know. And then you tell me you're darkest, ugliest shit, and I tell you the treasure that's inside of it, you know. So I realized that in order for you to become the new you in you, I mean the you that is going through the process of Negrito, the process of the blackening in alchemy. This is the process where you don't hide your blackness, your darkness anymore. You look at it and then you learn to appreciate it. You investigate, you study it, just observe and be with it, right? And welcome it into your experience so that you can be a whole person, right? So that you're not feeling like you're 5 different people. Now, I can be as many different people as I want to be, but I don't want to be a lot of different people because I feel pressured by others to not be my authentic self. And it breaks my heart because y'all, the stories that y'all tell me, I just be like, it's nothing. Like I don't see, I have a difficult time. I don't see things the way other people do. I just don't. And the way, this is the pain that we feel, because all of us have something unique inside of us that needs to come out and be expressed. But because of the controllers, we were turned into totalitarians and didn't even know. We have been holding each other hostage. When you don't be your authentic self, you're communicating an unconscious message that to others that the only way to be safe is to hold your authentic self hostage, right? To allow really the suffering that's happening, right? To allow other people to manipulate you to be how they want you to be. So when you know, when I started getting the warnings, like you probably shouldn't do that, and that might be bad for you, and that it's crazy because my life got better. I was like, wow, I'm in Alice in Wonderland. This is the mirror realm, right? Everything is backwards here on every continent. Every continent, women are murdered. Their clitoris is removed so that they can't feel pleasure or ever have a climax or orgasm. Like you get murdered if you are a witch. You get murdered if you are practicing a high priestess. Like this is still happening. And we all looking around like, what do I need to do to fix myself? Not realizing that by allowing ourselves to be anchored in these mentalities in our day-to-day life, we anchor the energy on the planet. And that's why I always tell people the most powerful thing that you can do is look at yourself just as you are and practicing accepting whatever comes up. And I feel like those of you who have been drawn and feel a connection with me, it's just because I'm just emitting what's inside of you that's been snuffed out. People making you feel like you're not good enough, and people, this shit starts early. Men, mental health for men, y'all put the men in mental. Real talk right now. Why? Because masculine energy, right? Even though feminine energy was getting exploited like crazy, masculine energy, y'all energy got used to build this whole structure that we're in now, a simulation where people cannot be their best selves. So you couldn't take care of yourself because you just got to work and provide, right? You just make babies, work and provide. And that's a horrible fucking way for a spiritual being coming here to become their divine self to have to live. And on top of that, you got to be worried about whether or not you go get murdered or shot. If you get pulled over, you might get shot. You might get killed. That's a lot. So like the masculine and the feminine has been through so much on this planet. I'm in a headspace now where I see things from the perspective of the cosmos. And as I'm looking down, I'm like, what is the common denominator for all of this? because I could give people 150 different things that they could use to heal certain things in their lives, but I cannot spread myself thin the way I've done for the past 8 years. I've been going hard like this, y'all. So they're getting me to the root of it, and when I got down there, I didn't want to see it. Now went through the Akashic records, just looking at everybody's shit. And the common thing that I see, I already know that whatever the fuck I say or do, even if it resonates, is definitely gonna make you feel a way that may be new to you. And that's because a certain level of truth holds a certain frequency. And if the frequency that's already inside of you from the programming is opposite of what I'm saying, your heart's going to feel the resonance, but your head is going to remember the program, and then it feels like dissonance within your body. And so then that dissonance, because of the structure that we're in, that uncomfort, because that's what's going to expand you, right? Not feeling uncomfortable just a little bit and sitting with it, and you learn how to trust your heart, right? Your head is telling you, get the fuck away from this information, but your heart is like, no, there's something about this, right? And so you feel in all these different energies, and I know it make you feel bipolar and crazy. I feel this too. And so what happens is, you short circuit the connection with your higher self when you start leaning too much to the voice that's telling you from based on the past programming. So this is why we doing the whole quantum jump thing with y'all, to help y'all create who you want to be. Do your time capsule before the 29th, free program on the website. We don't know how long this website is going to be there because we're changing a lot of things. So please, please, please use this stuff and use this information. It is there for y'all to use and have, because I feel like certain information, it should be free. And so yeah, we go our way to do that. So that's there. You still got time until the 29th. But start deciding who you want to be. You know, push back. Push back. Be like, no. For me, 2022, I'm going to be saying no a lot. I'm going to be saying yes only when my heart speaks to me. Because this right here is being fucked with 24/7. If you can get in your heart, you'll feel more clarity. And you'll know what you should do. And you might feel afraid. And you might be unsure. But your heart will become louder. And it's just a feeling in your body where you just like, I just feel like this is what I need. And I can guarantee you, because of the energy of the archons, they've upgraded because they're digital now. You know, they're digital on a different level now, and so they're moving through the airwaves. That's why when we get on, like when we do events and stuff, I don't know, like, I'm serious, y'all. This shit is a big deal. It really is. We're really gonna manifest, conjure, right, a new energy. But when you hear push back, be like, no, I'm not listening to that. I'm listening to my heart. What does my heart say? My heart says that I belong with this information. So even though you're uncomfortable, I get it. That's my program. And maybe your inner child, you haven't completed I don't think you ever complete healing with your inner child, but maybe you're not in a space where your inner child is like, okay, go ahead, let me see, you know, because that's a conversation too, and you got to make sure that you're connected with your inner child. And so the more your inner child is more comfortable, the more you let your inner child know, look, I'm going and delving into some new information. Mama told us that we weren't supposed to be hoes, but I'm reading a book about being a sacred whore. It really resonates with me. I think I maybe was one of those. It's okay. I know you got some sexual trauma, you know. I'm going to make sure don't nobody fuck with you. And what I'm learning now is going to allow us to be empowered. So you good. Like I had these kind of conversations before I delved deeper into my journey and my studies. So this is the work that you must do. And once you do that, go full on, whatever it is. Just give it your all. Give it your all. Like, you worth it. Give it your all. And I know that some of the people that's in your life, in your circle of influence, they might shift. But you got to be able to allow people to feel how the fuck they want to feel. If you want the universe to allow you to feel how the fuck you want to feel, it's like you got to give that. It's the law. These are the laws of reciprocity. These are the laws of deservedness. What do you deserve? What are you putting out? So when you allow people to be like, I don't like you no more. I don't like you no more. I used to ask you to do things for me, and you used to do it, and like you always be telling me no now. Like, I don't like you no more. I feel like you turned into a bitch or something after you been watching them videos with so and so and that meditation. Of course, you like whatever it is, and you gotta be able to be like, thank you so much for telling me that. Like I mean that, because we live in a world where people have programmed us all to lie and to not be honest about how we feel. And that, for me, that was difficult hearing. So maybe it could have been difficult for you, but whether it was or not, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, it's my right to evolve, and that's what I'm doing. And I hope that you continue to do the same. That's why I made the song about it, you know? So this is, once you start behaving like this, you won't feel like you can't do invocations with Lilith, or you can't do, like, you won't feel like the left-hand path, that's just, oh, it's too much. Because you're getting more comfortable with all the parts of you. And then once you do that, you discover, right? You discover that the sacred horror, she lives inside of you. She's there. Maybe a couple of years in your 20s, she stuck her head, out just to let you know she's there. And you're like, okay, it's all right. I just need to make sure I'm being safe and making decisions that are beneficial for me and not harmful. But yes, there's a sacred whore inside of me. I love her. You might discover that there's a man inside of me he's a whore. He's just a fucking whore. And you just be like, okay, all right. I accept it. I love him. I think my dad was a whore too. So maybe this is genetic. I don't know. But okay, we can work on that. We can work with that. Like, this is really how you heal. But everything in reality make you feel like you got to ignore it, suppress it, and lie to yourself to feel comfortable. So yeah, no, you're not going to be able to conjure anything like that. So I have talked enough. What's up? Are y'all enjoying this? Because, I enjoy being able to share these things with y'all. Yes. So let me update y'all on what's about to happen too. I see some ashes. Yes, I say ashe. Shantae Unique, thank you, baby. That's right. So look, this is what we gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're going to schedule the next event, because I feel like somebody and whoever, this what you was ready for. You like, I just need somebody to just tell me the fucking truth and, keep it real. Like, am I supposed to believe in demons or angels? Am I supposed to believe in aliens or like whatever? Like, whatever it is, that's my thing. I like to find uncomfortable shit and then discover the truth in it and share it. So that's what I like to do. So if this is resonating with you, the wormhole meditation, group meditation, we're still going to do that. So as we're exiting this energy, right, we're taking what we have learned and during this time, this season, with us into the next phase. That's on the 29th. We sent it to you. Check your email. Make sure that you RSVP. Again, we're going to do this event completely free. After that, we got another special announcement. We're going to do something with, bringing another guest speaker. Not really a guest speaker because it's family, but we're going to do that. And then after that, because I want to give y'all some time, because I know some of us are kind of in between jobs and things like that. So if you need to save up some money and put it aside, do that. Because if we don't exchange energy in a way that's sacred, and it distorts the vibration of what we're doing, So I don't know if that makes sense, but, I'm not telling you that we need a new air conditioner on the church to get money. So if you ever did that one, you definitely shouldn't be against this, because we've been giving y'all information for how many years to help you on your journey. So that's not what's happening here. You know exactly where your money going because you see it. So just letting you know, the next meeting after that is going to be a paid meeting. And what we're going to do, based on everything, I love the fact that y'all are so transparent. I guess being transparent, we attract people who are ready to be transparent. That's the best way to feel love, when you be transparent and you don't get judged. I mean, for me, like, that's unconditional love. Like, for me, that's foreplay. Like, love me fucking unconditionally when I'm telling you some shit that I don't want nobody to know type shit, you know? Like, for me, like, yeah, that's this sauce. That's that sacred sauce, right? So the next meetup we're going to do, everything that you have told us, we're going to be addressing some of it. And so we have some ancient spiritual practices that are known and unknown that we have used consistently and got results. So all of the stuff that we have accomplished and manifested, I'm going to make a mental note of it to be held accountable, and we're going to show you and talk about that so that you can see you really do have a lot of control over your reality and what happens for you, but you just have to work on your perception and your shadow work and the way that you're measuring yourself. So, you know, that's like, I'm giving so much now, but these are the things that make us be in a vibration where it's difficult to continue evolving, and you get stuck in your dark night of the soul process, and you don't have to get stuck there as long. It's a matter of perception. So we'll be sharing with you some things that we use to help you. And we will probably do, I don't know if y'all know about the meditation that me and Ernest created together. Fucking dope. You can get access to the meditation. I think it's on Patreon now. So yes, so there's that. And the other announcement that I was going to make is we may be shifting, like I said, to a different platform again. So I'm not sure. So go check out the programs, those free programs. You can send a request if you want to join them, and start using them, because we got to stop. We got to stop making excuses, y'all. All of us. We have to. We have to. At the point now, I feel like we are the ones that's holding this shit together. I do. I feel whoever is working on being able to clean their energy up, right? And be a transmitter of something that's beneficial, even in just your own self, beginning with yourself. It all begins with you. Like, we are the one, we holding it together. We've been red pilled, and we like, damn, this shit tough, but we like this, and we holding it together. We got to be on, the mindset must be a mindset that's worthy of 5D to get there. So this is kind of that 4D energy a lot of us experiencing. You got 1 foot in 3D and 1 foot in 5 every blue moon, but most of the time you're in 4, right? It feels weird. You're probably experiencing multiple dimensions. It's strange. So going through these times without the primordial mother, in which all creation came from, that's insanity to me. The best thing, hands down, that I have done since we began, and our whole journey on the internet, so it ain't like it's really hard to see, but the transformation, hands down, with mama, with my dark mama. She's me, she's you, the divine feminine within each of us, but it has been beat down and repressed. Most men don't even know how to get in feminine energy unless it's toxic and they inherit it from their mother or their dad's toxic feminine energy. Like, it's just, it's a lot. So if I keep trying to put this course together, it might be 6 months before I complete it, which is okay, because it's definitely going to be worth it. But I want y'all to be able to have something sooner than that. So that's what I'm looking to be doing. Let me see what's going on in here. Okay, so let me check in with y'all before I get off, because I do still have other things to do. Let's see. Ooh, y'all in here, y'all is chatty today. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I love to see when the conversation is happening. Yes, it is. The mind of soul is so serious right now. All kinds of spells being thrown. It was one specific thing right before I got on here that made me have to get on here. I can't remember what it was. It was something I heard on the radio, and I was like, yo, They're about to broadcast, casting on a broad level of major spell that just hit me. And I was like, damn, it's time to go dark. It's time to go darker. It's time to go darker. And it shouldn't even be that, because being dark is actually being how the fuck you was supposed to be before people told you wasn't supposed to be how you are, before you was programmed, you know? Like babies don't be like, I'm a demon, and because the only thing that I think about is myself. No, babies, that's survival. If they didn't cry and fuss and throw tantrums when they was home or need to be changed, right? They might not get changed depending on the parents. So it's like, it's being innocent. It's really innocence. It's innocence combined with wisdom. And that's called dark, and that is the wisdom of the dark goddess. And so yes, it is probably going to be something that's considered in society not to be acceptable, right? Not to be proper. That shit's toxic. And trying to uphold yourself to these values that's not even yours. That's why a lot of us are not manifesting and conjuring. That's why we don't feel connected and we're unhappy. It don't matter how much money you're making. It don't matter how many men or women you can get and have. It don't matter how much material things that you already have. It don't matter, you know, whatever makes you happy. Like, you always come back to this place of just feeling like something is missing and you can't put your finger on what it is. And like literally, I can't even stop connecting the dots. It's just bing, bing. I'm getting constant downloads about this. And I was like, damn, people already got so much negative shit to say. And I'm going to put this information out there. So yes, there's a major spell being cast on us. And the spell causes you to sink into vibration that causes your auric field to have holes tear in it, so that the entities that's in the air all around us can attach itself to you. And so yes, that's driving some people crazy. And because we don't know that when they crank CERN up and when they do this and do that, that it has an effect, a quantum entanglement type of effect on the dark matter within our cells, it's hard to maintain. And so for people who have been loving light and avoided anything dark that's transformational and actually is the true source of power, you know, yeah, embracing your demons and loving all of you is going to be next to impossible to do in that state of mind. So you have to allow yourself to be reprogrammed so that the programming can be updated to support your higher self's existence now. So yes, so we're gonna do the meditation together, y'all. No excuses. That's what I'm talking about, period. Yeah, it's time. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Be patient with yourself. I am. I'm so excited that people are ready now to go deeper. Oh, let's see. Okay. Yeah, so it seems like y'all resonated. Yeah, so when these spiritual entities, you know, religion is the blackest magic on the planet. Absolutely. Every dark goddess, every demon, even some angels, that was like what they was communicating to me. And I was like, we've been fucking lied to. Even it's crazy because people that's in sororities who go to church and shit will tell you that your rituals are bad, but when they did them in college to get in the sorority, it was nothing wrong with it then, right? People, but I mean, it's nothing against people who do that. Again, everybody here has lied. That's just what it is. And I was just riding down the street today and like, this gotta stop. Because the reason why y'all got abundance and this and that is because you was doing rituals and shit that came from ancient Kemet. But you Christian. You know, let's just let everybody do what it is they want to do, and we don't have to be judgmental. Like we don't have to be negative towards each other. Be like, do your thing, honey, and give me the same. I get it. So when you feel that energy, just know that people's demons is running loose because they're not honing and going within to work with themselves. So they're projecting the stuff that is unresolved onto you and out into the energy, and the 5G amplifies it. So that's what's happening. You're not going crazy. Ground yourself like I showed you in the very beginning, and deep breathing, and just get yourself back grounded. Okay. All right. Okay, Dakini on WhatsApp. Okay, let's check that out. Oh yeah, War on Consciousness Part 1 and 2. Like, Ernest, go make sure that y'all can get the Part 2 tomorrow. So yes, I talk about all of that. I talked about ancient Samaria. Like, I decoded that shit. I really did. And I feel like I need to do a Part 3, because I still have plenty of information and receipts and cited sources that I didn't even get to share in the last lecture. And it was, like I said, I was at 3 hours, and I was just like, okay, I can't go to strip like Bobby used to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being radiated and sprayed and so much more. So I got to pace myself. But yes, so we may do another one, but definitely go and watch those. I don't do those lectures just to give you information and expose the metaphysical properties that are being used to mass mind control people, but I always give you something that's going to empower you that you can be doing yourself. And I feel like if I don't do that, then it's salacious shit to spread fear and, you know, just trying to get a name for myself in the lecture circuit. I don't give a fuck about none of that, because if I did, I wouldn't be talking about none of the shit that I talk about. I wouldn't talk how I talk, act how I act, or be how I be. But I know y'all love that shit, because everybody is ready to be authentic, right? Everybody's ready to be authentic. That's just what it is. And I think it's beautiful. And I just keep saying, like, do it. Like, do it. Like, whatever it is that you feeling inside of you, whatever your heart is telling you, you got to take a chance, and you just got to believe in yourself. Do it. I know y'all feel this. I would not. I'm telling you, I know I'm getting fussed at for getting on here, because my mentors and my coaches, they like, Khamsin, you do too much. You work too much. You do this. I know. So I felt the pull so strong, where I was just like, I don't have a choice. I got to get on here. So here I am. And, hopefully you feel like you receive something that's going to be beneficial for you. And use the practice. Like I said, use that as much as you need to, because maybe I'll do a blog or something, because there's still some more information that I have. Because as we're heading out of this energy, we're definitely going to be feeling strange and weird. So I'm going to pull a card before I get off. Like I said, if you want to stay connected with me like this, it's going to be through Patreon. The link is always going to be in every description. Sometimes it doesn't post until after it processes. But, so check that out if you're not on there, because I can speak without being worried about being censored. I just want to see what could be the thing that we should be focusing on. All right, for everybody here. Can't make this shit up. This is the divine temple. Connection to source. This is what we should be focused on. This is exactly what I said. Divine temple, focus on source. Thank you. Our Cash App is Remnants Gathering. REM. Can somebody drop that in the chat for me? Yeah. Check that out. You're doing the right thing. The programming is got us wacky, and they trying to make us forget, but I'm telling you, you are the 5D towers. What are you transmitting? Continue to heal. You're gonna have to get uncomfortable. You're gonna have to, but if you nurture yourself and do the shadow work, little by little, you'll do things that make you uncomfortable, and you'll see success. You're gonna see the results. But I'm telling y'all, just stay focused. Stay focused on your connection to source. Stay focused on the energy that you bring in, right? Just stay focused. You know I can't get off here and not help y'all stay focused. This song is going to be available soon too. Hey, I say 2222. That's my baby, y'all. Hey. Yes, catch the wave. Stay focused. We love y'all. Make sure that you stay tapped in. REMNANTSGATHERING.com. Let's get it. 2022. Yes. Man, your third eye has just been kissed.